Hello everyone! So for one of my RENEE-MAS videos, I wanted to show you guys what I do with my hair. I have wavy, sometimes curly hair. It is freshly washed, and although I don't think my hair is perfect, some of you guys really like the way my hair turns out sometimes because I don't always do this, but when I'm trying, this is what I end up doing. And I decided that, you know, since I just freshly washed my hair today and it was like a full wash, because I do co-washes and regular washes, so since this was a fresh wash, I decided to show you guys what I do. So I'm going to show you what I have been using for shampoos, and I'll be right back. So I'm in a very dry climate. I'm in a desert, basically all of Arizona, and I already have naturally dry not just like dry hair, but a dry scalp that gets really itchy. I finally found a routine where it's not so bad anymore, and I actually don't have a need for this shampoo anymore. But when I, you know, do I used the shampoo this morning just to reset my scalp and get all the gunk out of my hair. So when I'm doing that type of wash, I've been using the Dove anti-dandruff shampoo. I don't have dandruff, but I do find that it definitely soothes my itchy scalp when it is itchy. And because it is more of a cleansing shampoo, at least I think it's more of a cleansing shampoo, correct me if I'm wrong, it just kind of gets all the building oils because I use a lot of moisturizing treatments. So this morning I did use the Dove anti-dandruff shampoo, but when I'm not using that, which I only use that like once every 2 weeks, I know, crazy. So when I'm not using that shampoo and I'm using a moisturizing one, I've been using the Aveeno almond oil blend shampoo, and it has oat is the first ingredient. And it doesn't, I think it says it doesn't have like a lot of the bad stuff in it, but, and it smells like almonds. Oh my gosh. I think that smells delicious. It smells like like when you ever made like oatmeal at like 5 in the morning because you had to go to school. Anybody? That was me. I've always had to have breakfast. So I've been using this, and I haven't found that it's making my scalp itchy. It doesn't have sulfates, no dyes, no parabens, and it's a good other shampoo when I'm not doing a co-wash. And I think the key to why my scalp isn't as itchy anymore or causing me problems is because I've started introducing co-washes, and it's basically washing your hair with almost conditioner. And I use 2 co-washes. So I will wash with the Aveeno. Let's just say I started with the Dove. So my next, in like 3 to 4 days, I used to not wash my hair for 5 days, and I think that's what also like changed. When I changed, it actually helped my scalp. So I start off with the Dove, and then in 3 to 4 days I'll do a co-wash, and I'm gonna go get those products. And in 3 to 4 days I use either the Heritage by Mindy McKnight Double Down Co-Wash, smells delicious, or I use the Dad Ultra Nourishing Cleansing Oil. You guys have seen these products in my What's in My Shower routine, the last one, or What's in My Shower. And so what this does is you're essentially like washing your hair with an oil or a conditioner, and trust me, like, it does not leave your hair extra greasy, and it's not like, since there's no soapy particle, it's really just adding moisture back into your hair and getting out product. And ever since I started doing that, I haven't had an itchy scalp since. So I don't know if I can attribute it to one or the other. I'm just testing both out. I love the smell of the Heritage one, but I feel like the Dad does a better job in getting all the oils out, because you need an oil to remove an oil. And so then I use that 3 to 4 days for my initial wash. Then I will use this shampoo in another 3 to 4 days, because I do find that with the co-wash your hair does get a little oilier faster since it doesn't have the stripping factor to it. But then I just wash it with the regular shampoo, 3 to 4 days, go back to whatever one I didn't use, and in 3 to 4 days we start back from the beginning. And my scalp has really been loving that. It hasn't been giving me any issues whatsoever. I'm gonna run my fingers through my hair just to get out any big knots. I do detangle my hair right before I get into the shower. with a real brush, and that's the only time I ever like put a brush to my hair right before shower time. And for conditioner, we buy a lot of like the jumbo like shampoo conditioner packs because that's what my brothers like to use. So I just use those conditioners right now, at least, because like there's no point in buying a special one when all this conditioner is just laying around. And while it's not the best conditioner, I do a lot of other like treatments to my hair to be able to add that moisture that maybe like the jumbo like Tresemme and drugstore conditioners might not be able to do with your hair. And so even though I detangled my hair right before I showered, I still have quite a bit of knots because that's just my life. And if you have a lot of hair slash thick hair and curly hair, like your life is just one big tangle. My biggest problem is frizz, and I just have to accept it. I haven't found the perfect routine yet where I don't have any frizz. So still on the lookout for products that might help, but I'm going to show you what I have been doing. So the first thing is I used to use the Moroccan argan oil, but I ran out of that, and this is what I have right now. This is the OGX Nourishing Coconut Milk. I know the serum probably doesn't do much because it just kind of sits on top of the hair, but I'm hoping that helps with frizz just as an artificial level, not necessarily long term, but at least I wanted to do something. So I just kind of run it through my hair, get any like bits of hair that are falling out, because again, the one time I like brush my hair is right before the shower. So all the hair that like might have come loose, which is normal, like that's the most hair fallout I see. So yeah, I find that for me specifically, sectioning off my hair and distributing product like that gives me the most like definition and a little bit slightly less frizz because I am concentrating more product on in one place. So I'm just gonna section half of my head off and just tie that back, and then I'm gonna take the other half and section it half like that, maybe to add a little bit more hair, and then I'm just gonna clip that on the top of my head. And now I'm just gonna focus product right here, so there's just a slightly a little bit less frizz because that's my main problem. Now, as of now, the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk Cream has been like my favorite out of everything I've tried. I want to try like nicer products, and I take a lot because I have a lot of hair. So I really just coat my whole head first. Really make sure that the ends, I don't worry too much about the ends curl naturally. It's this whole middle portion I worry about. And then more hair, of course, comes off. I'd like to try like higher end curl products. Maybe like they work better than drugstore. But my budget don't allow it right now. I mean, it could, you know, if I stopped buying stuff, but I don't know. I just have so much hair that I'm just like, is that really worth it? Like, at least the stuff that I buy, like, yes, it might be pricey, but it's there. I can see it. I can physically hold it, and it's not gonna get used up. Hair product just gets used up, so where my life is at, I'm gonna stick to drugstore. I'm gonna keep trying drugstore products until I find something that works. And that's just me. I think it's specifically because I have a lot of hair and a lot of thick hair. I think if I had less hair and I didn't have to use as much product to like feel good about my hair, different story. Then I might try other stuff, but the drugstore is my best friend. Not just for my bank, but just in general. Okay, now that basically my whole hair is coated, while, you know, before it starts setting because I haven't scrunched it, I also add the Garnier Fructis Curl Treat Jelly Shaping, and it's just easier to add it while I haven't started crunching, because the moment I start crunching, like more frizz starts to form. So I try to get it out 2 in 1, or get do it all 2-in-1. And for this one I don't have to shape or section my hair because this is like jelly and it doesn't have to go all over your hair like curl cream does. So I kind of just coat it on like that. Plus I'm not like the biggest fan of this scent, but I do enjoy what it does. So I don't want it as much as the other one. Okay, and now, see, more hair is coming off. Do you see that? Doesn't scare me or anything. I have way too much hair. I could do a little bit with less hair. And so now I start scrunching and start getting like those curls and waves to start forming. So my hair notoriously does not keep anything. I can curl it and the curls will eventually fall. Same with my natural hair. So the way that I try to keep some of this definition stuff going on is with mousse. I try to do gel, but I find that gel, while it helps with some frizz, it ends up weighing the shape of my hair down. So I'm going to use the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk Curl Activating Mousse, but I don't like this mousse. I need to find a new mousse once I'm done with this. I don't like this specifically because it'll leave like clumps of white in my hair no matter how many times I try to like distribute it, but it does help my hair. So that's what I'm going to use, and it's what I have, and I'm not going to be wasteful. So for this, I actually also just scrunch it in to my wet hair to hold, you know, the prettiness a little bit longer. And I could like diffuse it, but I don't got time for that yet, or the patience for that. And my hair damages super easily, so I try to not, you know, put heat on my hair if I don't have to, because let me tell you, like, you look at my hair the wrong way, not only does it tangle, it like damages and starts getting split under you. There's a reason why I loved haircuts as a child. I'd be like, chop it all off, because it's a lot. It gets damaged easily, and I like putting it on the top of my head so there's not too much frizz up there. But I don't like curls up here. Like, I don't like it to be too voluminous, because then like when you have too much hair and it's voluminous, like, you just can't function. You really can't. So that is pretty much what I do to my hair while it's wet. Now I'm just gonna let it air dry and see what it does. And I'll show you guys what it looks like once it's dry and not wet, if I remember. But then I'll also show you what it looks like at the end of the day, because sometimes it just doesn't survive the day, and that's totally fine. That's just my hair. But that's what I do when it's freshly wet. I wanted you guys to see, like, in this lighting how different it looks. Obviously it's a lot more curlier and wavier here in this lighting than it is as a mod shot. So it actually looks like there is more stuff going on. As you can see, there's like almost a ringlet forming. Definitely looks better in this lighting. I realize now than what I was showing you guys earlier, and it's all about lighting to see like what hair actually looks like. And I don't know if, like, I like my hair the way that it is, except for the frizziness. I don't like the frizziness, but it's different, and sometimes I can make it more subdued, and sometimes I can make it very defined like this. So yeah. So this is what the hair will be looking like once it's dry. It's dry, but right now it feels, oops, crazy sucks. Need a new tripod. It's dry, but it's a little crunchy. However, I can crunch it out, and it's maintained this nice little wave pattern. There's some curls that kind of like want to start to form here at the end. But that's what it looks like right now, and basically what I get out of like that routine, which there's still, I see frizz, especially if I like go like this and look at the back, but it is keeping a lot of it at bay because it is a little bit more of a crunchy state. If it was like too crunchy, again, you could just crunch it out. But I do feel like I have a lot of dead hair at the end, which is why I don't have that many curls. So if I had a trim, a proper trim, which I haven't had because first Linda, and then I was a broke college student, so it's been put on hold for a while. But I know the second that a lot of it gets cut off, a lot of the curls start to come back because, you know, the longer it is, the more way down it is. But that is basically my hair routine for waves. Sometimes curls are better on other days. I didn't really do squish to condition today, or too much squishing methods, like squishing it into like squish hair. I like flattened out and then squished it. But I don't know, I like this in between because it's an in between, so that way when it's curled it looks nice and curly, and when it's straight it's like nice and straight. So this is like a nice in between. And that's what I do with my hair. It's still a work in progress. So yeah, that's it. That's all I got. When I add new products and try different things or find something else that like maybe does a little bit more curly, but this is how I basically keep it wavy, I will let you guys know. And thanks for tuning in for another day, and I will see you guys in my next one.